Eddie B, what are we doing?
We are taking this thing for a test roll around the building.
What is this thing?
It's a Ford.
Ford F-100.
She works.
It works.
It works. Hey, we just got back from SEMA. It was a long, great week. We had a good time with all our friends, met tons of people. The former electrified area is now called Future Tech Studio. It was in the main hall. Luis, you did a great job with that one this year. It was organized. It had some wonderful builds in it, great vendors, and it was a spot basically dedicated towards the future tech of cars. So EVs, batteries, motors, controllers, you name it, tons of really cool cars. We had a great time there. Something followed us home. Actually followed you guys
It's a
home.
big green elephant in the room, huh?
Yeah. What happened there, guys?
Well, we met up with a client that has a Revolt motor in their build, and they ran into some technical difficulties. So we took time out of our schedule and we tried to help them get the truck running, and it ended up being more than what could have been done on the SEMA floor. So we brought the truck. So I got to give it to this guy. The Welshman stayed there the whole time. SEMA's over at 1700 on Friday. 11 o'clock at night, 2300, we get this thing. We literally push it past the running cars, push it out onto the street, load it up onto a truck, and I think we sat down to have dinner 11:30, 12
Close
o'clock.
to midnight.
Yeah, close to midnight.
They call me, they're like,
Yeah.
hey, we're in Baker. I'm like, Baker,
Like
you're supposed to be at
California?
home sleeping. And like, yeah, we needed to get the car out, and nobody helped them. This wasn't even our build or anything else, and literally stranded on the floor of SEMA, and there's like one guy that was supposed to pick it up for these guys. He wouldn't have been able to do it. So these two are rock stars. I literally told them, 6 o'clock, guys, go home, get the little giant home, I'll see you back at the office. They give me a call close to midnight, we're Baker eating. I'm like, what the heck? So once again, we're here to do what we can to help our customers. These guys are just, you guys are just monsters. It's rad.
Well, this guy, we got home at, well, you said the cameras at your house went off at, what, 2:30, something like that?
3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning was when we picked up our truck from your house.
Yeah.
8 a.m., this dude opens the door of the shop.
And he's waiting for the tow truck driver to drop this thing off that's behind me.
Gives me a call like, huh?
They literally pulled the entire motor out and put an entirely new motor back in, trying to troubleshoot some stuff.
There's the old one right there.
Yeah, the old one's sitting right there. Long story short, it's here.
And it's
Monday.
running.
Today's Monday. Okay, these guys left SEMA Friday night, brought the car back in, did a motor swap on it on Saturday morning, and then today we're driving it. It drove around the block, no problem. Everything's good there. So this is go back to the client. Hopefully they're happy. I think they are.
Got some loose ends to tie up, but
Yeah.
it's a runner.
It's a runner.
It's a runner.
What
Well,
do we got?
on the future tech though, I want to point out that it wasn't just EVs. I was actually impressed at the selection of vehicles they put in there. Remember the big rig?
Oh,
What fueled the big rig?
Hydrogen and batteries.
yes.
Hydrogen electric.
It had 200 kilowatts of batteries and a fuel cell, or 400 kilowatts of batteries and a fuel cell in it. This thing was massive. It was so freaking cool.
So
So
they had the
Take
big
off
rig.
down the street.
They had E85. Oh, that thing launches.
Oh,
It launches like a dragster.
no, I watched it drive in.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, is that the sound it made?
yeah.
Wait, how's that again?
Nah.
You missed it. You had your chance.
Done.
Okay, so that was actually pretty good.
What do we got going on this weekend?
El Mirage. So yeah, we're not really taking any R&R. Straight back out to El Mirage. We got a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. The surface doesn't look great, so we may not be running for a record this season. This is the last run of the season, but we'll try and get at least one more license and hit it next season. There's always next time.
So basically, they make us license up every, 25 miles an hour
Yeah.
to get up to 200, and then you get your license that can go over 200. Back to SEMA, we met some great people. We collaborated with some really big companies on some future stuff that we're gonna be working on. Stay tuned. I can't talk about it, but man, it's gonna be a
There's some
wild
exciting
2024, man. It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
for sure.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, we did some cool things at Bonneville. We're gonna do some even cooler stuff next year with these guys. We're talking, I'll drop a little hint. We may be going off the pavement again, and that doesn't mean salt. So,
Oh, I got a question. So for you guys, now I'm going to tell you straight up, the highlight of SEMA for me personally, right? That live repower was cool, but the highlight for me, the Welshman says, "Hey, did you see this 300-mile-an-hour streetcar?"
310.
No,
I
he
think
said
it said
300-mile-an-hour
300,
streetcar,
yeah.
and I was like, you know what? You're full of it. And so I think he's pulling my leg, and he's like, no, it's on the other side of that wall right there. And so we stopped because we were headed somewhere. We stopped, detour, go around the corner, and sure enough, walking around the corner, there's a 2004 Ford GT sitting there, and he points to the wall. They have a backdrop, and it says 310.8 miles an hour. So at this point, I was like,
He doesn't believe
dude,
it. He's like, I gotta see the
have
video.
I have to talk to this guy. So there's a QR code. So I scan the QR code, and as the video comes up, gentleman walks over and he says, "Hey, I'm Johnny Bomer." And I was like, "Well, Johnny Bomer, how you doing,
That's a
man?
cool
I'm
name.
Snow."
That's a
And I
cool
was
name.
like, this thing says 310 miles an hour. So if you look at Gas and Go with Snow, you can see the interview with Johnny Bomer, and he gives you all the rules. He gives you the specs. He said the car has caught on fire 24 times.
He had air conditioning blaring, and he drove it home after doing 310 miles.
0.8 miles an hour.
Every time he opened his mouth, I got more impressed with that car. Because going that fast is impressive with that frontal area anyway. No tail fin, no nothing. He went through all that process. And then said, "I see a cup holder and a stereo." I'm like, "Dude, you got a stereo in this?" He's like, "Yeah, and air conditioning." I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "Yeah, it's the rule."
Amazing, dude.
They make you drive the car around, sit there and idle for like 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is.
Yep.
They check the temperature of the AC. And if it's not cold enough, you don't even run. So then you do your 310-mile-an-hour run. And you can see a video of this online. It's rowdy. And he's rolling gears the whole time, too.
Shifting at 9,300 RPM.
Takes his hand off the steering wheel,
260
drops
mile an
into
hour.
sixth gear at what speed?
9,300. Yeah.
So he gets this thing pulled up, and then they check the air conditioning temperature again,
To verify that it's colder than 60 degrees.
That's insane.
and then drives it home.
And you can't open the hood.
Yeah.
Throughout all this run, you can't open the hood.
Only in a Ford, guys.
So that is the most impressive part of SEMA to me. How about you guys? What's your highlight of SEMA?
My highlight was that G-Wagon.
Oh, yeah.
But I gotta tell you, that GT40 was hands down the coolest car I have seen because everything.
It's impressive.
And it was on street tires. Those are DOT approved tires. That car did 300. Oh
It
my
has
God,
to be
mind blown.
insured, registered,
Street legal.
DOT tires,
Air conditioner,
crazy.
all that stuff. But
How about you? Highlight of SEMA.
Ford GT.
Yeah.
If I had to pick my favorite car, if I could only have one car, get rid of all the other vehicles, it's got to be that. What do you call them here? XR4 TR.
Oh, the Mercure. They call it a Ford
Sierra
over
Cosworth.
there, but yeah.
Yeah,
Ford
Sierra Cosworth.
Yeah. Over here, it's a Mercury.
I had a cousin with one of those.
Yeah.
If I had to have anything, it'd be a trophy truck. Sorry, that's just who I am.
And you know this, man.
But anyway, we're off to El Mirage.
Yep.
We had a great time at SEMA. We got tons of cool projects coming up here. We're gonna have a really good time. 2024 is gonna be really big. We got some great friends now, and we're just expanding everywhere. We missing anything?
I don't think so.
I think we're good.
Hey guys, like, subscribe, don't like us, whatever, that's cool too. Leave your comments below. We love the hate, love it. Pour it on. We'll see you guys soon.